Okay, Broncos country, looks like we are live, but you guys know the drill by now. We've got to let the stream breathe for just a second here and make sure that everything is nice and stable all across the YouTube platform. Welcome in, Broncos country, to this Denver Broncos Syndicate live stream. I'm your host, Gage Madrid. It's been a hell of a day, Broncos country. I know a lot of you guys saw the video that we put out earlier today titled "YouTube Might Delete My Channel." I had some issues with YouTube and their monetization team relative to another channel, not this one, but there was a chance that it could impact this channel. Long story short, we'll talk about it. I think we're going to be okay on this channel, but I'm not 100% sure of that. We'll find out in the next few days, but I think we're going to be okay here on this channel. I wanted to get into some Broncos related news. I've got the injury report that came out while I was dealing with all of this nonsense. So understandably, I wasn't able to get to the injury report, but we will go ahead and get into that. And then I want to go ahead and talk about some changes that we're going to make to this channel and some other platforms that we're going to start producing content on in wake of this news. Should anything happen to this channel, just in general, I felt like this was something we needed to do. It was time to diversify, time to branch out our content a little bit. But regardless, we'll go ahead and get into the Denver Broncos matters first. Let's go ahead and bring in their injury report here for the game against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. Nate Atkins, it seems he's going to be back for this game. Sean Payton indicated that in his presser the other day. DJ Jones also full go with his ankle injury after he missed last week. So some very good news there. The not so good news. Ben Powers is still not quite ready with his biceps injury. Sean Payton talked about that in his press conference today. He said that Powers is close, but he's just not quite there yet. Pat Bryant, DNP throughout the week, out with his hamstring injury. We reported that the other day. So guys like Little Jordan Humphrey, Marvin Mims, they're all going to have to step up in this one. Humphrey is a blocker. Mims is a receiver. Hopefully Franklin can step up as well. This one's concerning. Mike McGlinchey, he popped up as DNP today with a shoulder injury after having no issues on Thursday or Wednesday. He's questionable. I'd like to hope that he plays, but it being a DNP situation, that's definitely concerning. So if Mike McGlinchey's unable to go, I would have to imagine it's going to be Frank Crum stepping in at right tackle. It would have probably been Alex Palczewski, but obviously Palczewski is dealing with an injury right now. So yeah, man, or he's not dealing with an injury, sorry. He's filling in for the injured Ben Powers. My train of thought is all over the place right now. But still, if that happens, man, Mike McGlinchey being unable to go, that would definitely suck. Hopefully Frank Crum could step in, but that would have impacts for the Denver Broncos in terms of their jumbo offensive line packages that they like to use. They're not going to be able to bring in Crum as that sixth offensive lineman. Maybe they could still bring in a guy like, Calvin Throckmorton. He could possibly be a guy that slides in as a sixth offensive lineman, but yeah, not having Mike McGlinchey out there would certainly throw a wrench into things with a lot of different personnel matters on the Broncos offensive line. So that would definitely suck. So let's go ahead and now talk about some of the other events that transpired today, in particular with this channel, because again, I put out that video. What essentially happened was I have another channel called Sparkin Sports Football. That channel I fully own. It's not part of any other channel network. Broncos Syndicate is part of the Sports Syndicate network of channels. We've got like 10 channels now, a bunch of different teams, different people cover their own respective team. It's all managed and coordinated by the host of Lions Syndicate, Derek, or we call him Grid because he has another channel called the Gridiron Blitz. So I joined that network in 2022, and before that, I was putting Broncos content on this other channel. I then switched that other channel to an all NFL channel. Essentially, I was putting out little clips of injuries with my voiceover, just analyzing the injury or analyzing a big play that would happen in a game. I'd also put out press conferences, live streams of press conferences, much like I would do here on Broncos Syndicate, of Deion Sanders. CU didn't like that very much. I got 2 copyright strikes on my channel after doing it for 2 years with no problem. Earlier this month, I got 2 copyright strikes. So I decided to go ahead and scrub that channel of everything CU related. I mean, I deleted everything. I thought I was in the clear until I got an email today from YouTube saying that that channel has been demonetized and is being reviewed to possibly be taken down. And if I didn't successfully appeal, all channels associated with that channel would also be terminated or demonetized. That would have been devastating to what I love to do. I spilled my guts out in a video that I put out earlier today. This is my livelihood. This is what I am put here on the planet to do, man. I feel like covering football is what I do best, and it's what brings me joy. It's what brings me happiness in life. And I've been very grateful and very fortunate to be able to do this full time for the past 2 years, ever since I broke my leg a couple of years ago. So this has just been a life-changing experience, and I was scared that I was going to lose it. Essentially, I don't think that Broncos Syndicate's going to be in danger after consulting with my business partner. He's the one who technically has legal ownership of Broncos Syndicate, not me. He disperses payment to me. I don't have access to any of that stuff. So hopefully we're going to be in the clear on Broncos Syndicate, and there will be no problems with this channel. My other channel is probably kaput, which sucks, but we can manage as long as Broncos Syndicate is still alive and well. We've got Mr. Memester in the house saying, hey, man, sorry for what happened. You're a great person and a great team reporter. Are you making another channel? Because I'm going to subscribe to that. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. If you make another channel, it's all associated under the same AdSense account. So I can't make another channel just that simply. But again, hopefully, since I'm not the full owner of Broncos Syndicate, it won't be affected. But just in case it is, I've diversified a little bit, and there are a couple of different platforms that I'm going to start uploading on. Facebook being one of them. I had started uploading on Facebook a few months ago, just kind of trial run at it. I didn't take it seriously. I'm going to start really taking that one seriously now because I don't want YouTube to be the only platform that we're uploading on. The Facebook account is not affiliated with the Syndicate, so it doesn't have the Syndicate name. It's got my own name on it that I have trademarked. Sparkin Sports Broncos. That is the name of the Facebook account. So if you want to follow us on Facebook that way, or follow me on Facebook, this one's all me, please do so because that helps support me and it will help grow another platform. And that's where all of this content will go in general, as well as if something were to happen to this channel, that's where that content will be. Additionally, I have decided to start a Patreon account. If I were to lose this YouTube ad revenue, it would be devastating. I wouldn't be able to do this full time anymore. I would have to go back to working fast food again or something like that, which, listen, if I have to do that, I have to do that. If that's what has to happen and we have to keep doing this channel just full time or just part time on the side, that's what we'll do. I'm more than willing to make that adjustment. But I want to be able to do this for the rest of my life. I want this to be my long-term career. I want this to be my livelihood moving forward. It is what gives me passion in life. It's what I love to do. And quite frankly, it's all I know. I never finished high school. I am a high school dropout, Broncos country. I have a GED. I never went to college. I never fit in a traditional educational environment. I have bad ADHD. I always sucked in that environment. And quite frankly, I don't know where I would be in life right now if I didn't find this passion, if I didn't find my love for football and realize that I was pretty good at analyzing it. And I've been able to turn it into a career. I'm terrified of losing that. I'm just keeping it a buck right there. I'm terrified of losing that. We got Steve in the house. Good to see you, Steve. Thank you so much for all the love, support, well wishes from everybody here in Broncos country. I mean, all the kind words I've gotten in the comment section, they've brought a tear to my eye because it just reaffirms the support that I have, and it's incredible. It's humbling. It really is humbling. So thank you guys so much. I want to make this clear. You do not have to give me a single dime. You do not have to give me a single dime to show your support for this channel. Liking, subscribing, sharing this content, supporting me on Facebook. Those are all free, easy ways to support me. And those are the best ways overall. They literally support me more than I can even state. But if you do want to go above and beyond supporting me, if you like this content, if you're a rabid consumer of this content, and you want to help fund local, sustainable content, please consider becoming a member of our Patreon community or a YouTube member. Either way works for me. You can become a YouTube member by hitting the join button below. I know some devices don't have it. You can also hit the link that I put below. But Patreon is where you can go to really take that next step forward. I want to go ahead and bring in my Patreon page here just so I can show you guys the tier levels at which you could potentially consider supporting me. We've got the starter level here, and the starter level is just $5 a month. I believe that's the same baseline as our starter level on YouTube memberships. You can help support our awesome content. You can get direct access to me. I know my Twitter DMs sometimes don't work, so you can directly message me here on Patreon if you needed to get in touch with me, ask me any questions. I'm going to be doing 2 Patreon-only mailbag videos per month. You guys can ask an unlimited amount of questions on Patreon. As many questions as you want. We'll go for however long we need to go to do the video. And you guys can ask those questions, and I'll answer them 2 times a month in a Patreon-only video. And I will also give you guys every video that I upload on Broncos Syndicate ad-free through a Vimeo link that will be posted here on Patreon. So you can get all my videos ad-free for just $5 a month. I would really appreciate if you would consider it. And then we've also got the Hall of Fame $20 a month tier. This is if you really want to go above and beyond in supporting me. You can get access to all the previous perks that we just mentioned. Also, exclusive film studies, college evaluations, college film studies, previews from free agency, in-depth, insider betting advice. I will be doing a Patreon-only gambling advice segment, and even more. I'm always open to suggestions here, and that's another reason why I've gone live today. It's because I want to get your suggestions if I am going to provide more paywall content. What do you guys want to see from me? What could be some good content that I could offer you guys in order to make it feel like you're getting your money's worth? I want to know. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know in the chat, because anything I can do to improve the quality of the rewards, anything that I can do to make it just truly feel like you are getting an elite, high-end experience, a more in-depth experience than what you're getting just on the channel in general, please give me your suggestions, Broncos country, because those will really help me out. Minister says player interviews. I probably wouldn't be able to get like a high-end player like a Bo Nix or somebody like that, but I could probably DM somebody lower on the roster, maybe like a practice squad guy or a backup guy, and I could probably see if I could get them on the show. I know that we've gotten players on the show before on the MHRT network, which I'm a part of. We've gotten Derek Wolf on the show before. So, yeah, that would be really cool. I could definitely see what I could pull off there. I'll slide us into some players' DMs and see if they want to come on the show. I could maybe even get some former players. There are a couple of former players that I know personally, so maybe I could reach out to them. I was also thinking about maybe bringing on some Broncos media members. Possibly Cecil Lammy is one I'd start off with just because he's probably my closest media friend out there. So I'd probably reach out to Cecil, see if he could come on the show. So any suggestions that you guys have, please let me know. We've got Maverick in the house saying, "What's up, Gage? Going to listen on my drive home." Right on, man. Right on. If you have any suggestions, Maverick, I'm please let me know in the comment section below after you're done. Like, I'm looking for advice here from like the closest supporters of the channel, the people who've been rocking with me for a long time. So yeah, if you've got anything for me, man, please let me know. Josh looks like he's going to play, being Josh Jacobs. We've got to stop him for sure, man, for sure. Josh Jacobs, he's been a player that has given the Broncos fits over the course of his NFL career. He's somebody that can truly wreck a game at any given moment. So I completely agree. Denver's going to have to stop him, and that's the number one goal in stopping this Green Bay Packers offense. I am going to still put out the game preview video, but today's events kind of threw a wrench into things. I'm going to start working on it tonight, but it might be a little bit later on in the evening tomorrow. I like to get it up around 24 hours before kickoff, but I'm just warning you guys right now, tomorrow's game preview video might be a little bit late, just depending on if I can get all the research done in time tonight. Plus, I still got to watch a little bit more film. I've only gotten through one game of their film. I usually like to get through 2 games before I do those videos. We've got Michael Ronquillo in the house, one of our longtime supporters all the way from Tucson, Arizona. Thank you so much, Michael. I really, really appreciate your support. One of our YouTube members. He's been rocking with us for a long time. I will admit, Broncos country, today scared me, and it scared me a lot because it just shows that one mistake and all of this could be gone. YouTube is a really frustrating platform, and they didn't exactly tell me what content got me in trouble. They didn't tell me what exactly I did to screw up, and I'm just assuming and guessing that it was the Deion Sanders stuff. The fact that these platforms can do that is just incredibly frustrating. And as somebody who's currently a full-time content creator, I have to diversify and I have to find other ways to get my content out there onto other platforms. I've seen some other people suggest some platforms, some like more alternative platforms. I'll look into those. I don't want to get into the ones that are like overly political because this is a sports channel. I like to separate my politics and my sports for the most part. So I don't really want to get into any of that nonsense. But if there are some alternate platforms out there that people would like to see me potentially put content on, please let me know. I'm working on Facebook, building that community up. Again, the Facebook page is called Sparkin' Over Broncos. So if you guys want to join that, please consider that. You can like the page. You can follow the page. I'm not sure exactly how that works on Facebook. I barely use the platform myself. But yeah, guys, please consider it. Hopefully we can build up towards monetization there on Facebook. That would be really, really cool. I'd put PS2 on Christian Watson and mix in some zone and man defense. I do think that Vance Joseph has done a good job over these last few weeks of diversifying his defense. We're seeing a lot more zone as opposed to the pure man we were seeing earlier in the season. And what's nice is Denver's got the horses now where they're not blowing assignments in zone like they were when VJ was running more of that Fangio system in 2023. We saw all kinds of busted coverages in that Miami game because they poorly communicated when they were playing zone. So I think that they've gotten a lot better in running zone, which gives them the luxury of running it more, if that makes any sense. You can't play man against Love all day without taking some risk for sure. Jordan Love has been one of the top deep ball quarterbacks in the NFL in recent memory. So yeah, I completely agree. You cannot risk playing a ton of man coverage because if you got guys on islands out there, they can get in trouble really quickly. Turtle says, that's ridiculous. They did that. Not sure what the answer is for you. I'm not super social media savvy. Quite frankly, I'm not sure there is an answer. I'm just hoping that Broncos Syndicate isn't going to be affected because, again, I don't completely own the channel. That's kind of my best bet at this point in time. My other channel, it's probably gone. It's probably done. Oh, I'm completely out of focus right now. Thank you so much, camera. Really, really appreciate that. We'll go ahead and get my ugly mug mostly out of the picture. How about we bring back in the injury report? There. Oh, stupid. Come here. Bring back the injury report. There. That way you don't have to look at my ugly mug as much. But yeah, it's just kind of a situation where I knew I was kind of teetering the water in terms of violating the rules. And it was taking a gamble. I saw plenty of other creators were getting away with it, so I thought I could. And for about 2 years, I did get away with it. I got caught, and now I'm paying the price. It's kind of that simple. I'm hoping, since I don't completely own this channel, that it's not going to affect this channel. But I don't know that for sure, and that uncertainty certainly gives me some unease for sure. I'd have another channel on a different platform just in case something happens like Twitch. Twitch is another good idea, especially for these live streams and for the game streams and stuff like that. I definitely will. I probably will end up making a Twitch, but there are certain situations where Twitch isn't the best, like YouTube videos, short form videos, stuff like that, stuff that I make like that. So yeah, I probably will end up making a Twitch, but that's not the highest on my priority list right now. I want to make sure that I can find a platform where I can put out more of my video related content, and Facebook is looking promising. I've also heard that TikTok has changed some of their policies recently, and it makes it a lot easier to monetize over there. So I was thinking about TikTok as well. So again, Broncos country, thank you so much for all the love, all the support, and everybody out there who has considered supporting me on Patreon. I've already got somebody supporting me on the $20 tier on Patreon. Thank you so much to whoever that is. That is absolutely awesome. I've got to go and check and see how people, or how you can see which people joined as Patreon members on what tier, so I can be able to thank that person. But yeah, thank you guys so, so much for all the love, all the support. We're not going anywhere. Even if we have to switch platforms, we're not going anywhere. Even if I can't do this full time for the time being, we're not going anywhere. My long-term goal and my long-term hope is to do this for the rest of my life. And I'm very grateful that I've been able to do it this long. And I know that I'm going to be able to do it for a lot longer than this. I'm not going to let some evil corporation like YouTube bring me down or defeat me here. This is just a minor setback, and like I said, hopefully Broncos Syndicate doesn't get affected, but if anything, this gave me a scare and made me realize that I have to diversify and I can't be dependent on one platform, because if I'm dependent on one platform, then I've run the risk of losing everything with just one mistake, quite frankly. Good to see you, Justin. Hope you are doing well. We're going to go ahead and start winding down this stream, guys. I really appreciate it. I want to go ahead and get another video out. And just a reminder, all of my videos you can see ad-free by supporting me on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. So if you want this content ad-free, if you don't have YouTube Premium and you don't want to deal with YouTube's stupid ads, please consider becoming a member on Patreon, and let me know any other perks and incentives that you would like to see as a Patreon member or as a YouTube channel member. I'm going to be redoing some of the channel tiers just to make it a little bit more simple and have it parallel what it is on Patreon. So expect to see that within the next few days, channel members. I also want to go ahead and plug some dates. Our first YouTube members only live stream is going to be December 17th, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That is Wednesday. I'm hoping to do this every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Probably a 25 to 30 minute live stream, kind of like this, where we can interact exclusively with our channel members. If you want to become a supporter on Patreon, our first Patreon mailbag is going to be December 31st, which is also my 26th birthday. If you guys want to submit questions for the Patreon mailbag, I will put a post on Patreon after we get off of this video, just so that way you guys can have a place to put all that stuff, and we will give it a couple of weeks to accumulate questions. We'll make a video however long we need to go. We will do as many questions as you guys ask. You guys can ask an unlimited amount of questions, and I will answer them. Justin says, Rumble. I've heard of that platform. I've also heard it's kind of more of a political leaning platform, which I just don't want to get involved with. One political direction or the other, quite frankly. Anything that's politically driven or anything like that, I'm just going to stay away from, just to not cause any controversy. If you guys want to know my political leanings, I'll just keep it straight up. You can find it on Twitter pretty easily. And maybe the fact that I still call it Twitter will also tell you all you need to know right there. But I don't want to get involved with any of that one way or the other with this channel or with any of my sports related content. It's just not a good idea, man, in my opinion. But I did want to go ahead and plug those dates and let you guys know that we're going to get serious about promoting this Patreon account, and we are going to get serious about providing more perks and incentives to our YouTube channel members, because I feel like that is going to be the backbone of this community moving forward. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. Please consider becoming a Patreon member. Please consider becoming a YouTube member. And please consider supporting me on Facebook at Sparkin Sports Broncos. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.